What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Capricorn, okay? Capricorn, hope you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, you guys, all right? Pretty much going down the line. May not be the exact same schedule as I used to keep when it comes to readings, but pretty much this is the last reading for you guys as far as this series. I will pretty much get to you guys again after I get through the former week 3 lineup, and then we'll kind of go back in rotation again, okay? So if you do feel like you need some additional assistance or a little bit more insight, you can always check out my other readings, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. You know how this goes. One from the top for your present energy, one from the bottom for past energy, and then one energetically from the middle in regards to future energy, okay? And we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is, okay? So let's see what you got going on, Capricorns. So we have, for your present energy, the King of Swords, air energy. For the past energy, we have the Nine of Cups, which is water energy, okay? And then we have the Temperance, okay, which I believe Taurus, your co-earth sign, got the same card in the same placement, okay? So Temperance, major arcana here, okay, for future energy. So let's get started with your present, with this King of Swords energy, okay? Presently, it could feel as though you're kind of standing in your power as far as maybe your truths, okay? Things that have possibly come to light and things that you need to speak on or have been kind of holding back a little bit. But presently, you're standing by what you have said, okay? There's obviously a masculine in this card, but whether or not you're feminine or not as far as sexuality goes doesn't matter. We have both of those energies within us, feminine and masculine, okay? So it could be you more so handling things on a business standpoint, okay, such as maybe some collaborations of some sort, Capricorn, that you could be doing right now, which your masculine energy could be high because you're, determined, you're motivated, you're providing, and that those are all things associated with success, okay? So you're now pretty much kind of feels like this taking the lead type of energy with this King of Swords being in your present, okay? So really taking charge, if you will, okay? Being the leader, okay? So a lot of people are probably relying on you for like verbal communications, things like that, okay? Now, with this Nine of Cups being here, okay, you are feeling accomplished, okay? Cups is talking about feelings, emotions, things of that nature, okay? And when I see the Nine of Cups, it means accomplishments. If we see the Pentacles come up, that means you're secure as far as your finances. You know you are a person of value when you see the Pentacles, okay? It doesn't mean that you're not outside of that, but this is something different when we're talking about Cups energy because it's full-on emotions, okay? And this is past energy in the sense of obviously you accomplished something, okay? Possibly a promotion, maybe acknowledgement or recognition for being a very good communicator, things of that nature, okay? And so you are feeling quite accomplished, all right? So within doing whatever it was and being securing in yourself and being able to be this leader that you are now. It took a lot for you to get there, okay? Future energy is leading into this temperance. Now, as you see, it's like a seesaw with 5 balls, okay? Talking about change, okay? What you do today in your present will come into play in the future, okay? As far as that next level up for you, okay? So there will be another change that's imminent depending on what you do now, okay? So be strong in what you do, believe in what you say and what you know, okay? But be prepared to possibly compromise, okay? And I'm saying compromise because of this seesaw here, okay? Totally different situation with Taurus, okay? If you have Taurus in your chart, you can, and that's wherever Taurus is in your chart is an important placement for you. You can go ahead and look at that Heart's Desire reading for Taurus too, okay? But for you, there could be a change as far as compromising, could be a change in the sense of being a secondary lead, okay, like maybe an assistant manager, things like that. Or you could be, like I said, leveling up for some of you, okay? That's not for everyone. Take what's for you and pass the rest, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck, which is, bam, King of Pentacles, okay? King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, okay? So you have 2 kings here, like I said. Some form of either collaboration with someone else where you will have to share the limelight, or you are going to go from this King of Swords to this King of Pentacles, which I always love seeing the King of Pentacles in this deck because it just speaks that boss-like status even more so, okay? So like I said, good communication with air energy here, okay? As you know, that is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay? So you may have that in your chart, or you may have someone's energy around you in that sign. It's just an honorable mention, but it doesn't have to be. But like I said, you could be leading into this King of Pentacles energy based off of securing the bag, okay? Like I said, maybe another promotion after, you know, proving yourself worthy at this other level, okay? So let's move on and get into the clarifiers here, okay? 1 from the top for the King of Swords, 1 from the bottom for the 9 of Cups, and then 1 energetically from the middle for Temperance. And we'll look at the bottom of the deck for the King of Pentacles clarifier, okay? So let's see what you have, Capricorn. We have the Knight of Emotions for your present. We have the 9 of Materials, like we talked it up, which is the 9 of Pentacles, okay, for the 9 of Cups. So 2 9s here, equaling out to 18, which equals out to 9, meaning wrapping up some form of completion in that past, okay? And then we have the Queen of Emotions for Temperance, okay? So for your future energy, okay? So let's start from the beginning again with this present, okay? The Knight of Emotions, which is the Knight of Cups for this King of Swords, okay? This is present energy. I'm feeling as though with this Knight of Emotions, okay, as we know, the Knight is usually shown in the regular Rider's Waite on a horse holding a cup, okay? It's some kind of offering, okay? Someone probably is maybe offering you suggestions, okay? Possibly someone who might feel a way because you were chosen over them, okay? So kind of be mindful, okay? Mindful in 2 ways, okay? And this is not going to be for everybody. Take what resonates for you, okay? But either way, it's a lesson, okay? Even if it doesn't. Now, in one way, you could probably feel that this person, or know or have heard that this person is a little bit in their feelings because you were chosen instead of them. Okay. And so you could either take it as, depending upon what they're trying to offer you, you may take it as either if they're being genuine or if they're trying to sabotage you. Okay. And that's only because emotionally standpoint, you've worked really hard to get here. Okay. And you are trying to prove yourself in staying in this position, or like I said, getting in your bag and getting, this higher level position. Okay. And I'm feeling more of a business standpoint. It doesn't feel as though it's a relationship type vibe. Okay. I'm feeling more business, but for those of you that are concerned about relationship vibes, you can check out the All My Love readings. Okay. That's a little bit probably going to be more your speed in Dreamcatcher. Okay. But I'm more so feeling you should check out the All My Love reading. Now, with that being said, okay, for some of you, you may offer some form of genuine concern to someone as kind of like a consolation prize, if you will, for not being chosen. Or if it's for you not being chosen and someone else was, okay, it was obviously for a reason. Okay. Especially in professionalism, me personally, and this is just from my own experience, I won't get too deep into it, but sometimes becoming too personal with someone can kind of damper the professionalism, because once someone knows a lot about you personally, you don't know how much they'll kind of use it against you eventually. Okay. So it in hindsight, something in regards to like an explanation or example of, working with friends. Okay, you might want to try to avoid that. And I think I've mentioned it in my readings before, okay, to kind of stay away from that. If you make friends on the job, that's something totally different. But to work together with either friends or family is doomed to cause some problems unless you set a standard and boundaries. Okay. But that's the vibe I'm kind of getting in this present with a couple of different Capricorn energies. So Capricorn, if you're a Capricorn sun, you may be sharing your energy with other Capricorn placements. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Again, take what resonates and pass the rest. Okay. So let's move on to the past energy. Like I said, 9 of Pentacles ended up showing up with and clarifying this 9 of Cups energy. So in the past, you were both. Okay. You were both, not both as in two people, but you yourself were pretty much valuing yourself, knowing your value, knowing your worth, feeling accomplished in what you're doing as far as your job. And maybe you spoke on it in regards to maybe getting a promotion or possibly being a little bit more valued within a connection of some sort. Okay, for some of you, like I said, not really feeling a strong theme of love here. Is mostly in regards to career, in my opinion. Okay, and so maybe presently you're trying to get or give justification as to why you should be leading in a project or something of that nature. Okay, maybe it's a small offering that's going to be given to you, or a reasoning why you weren't or why you were chosen. Okay, again, it could go either way. It just all depends. But again, if you're the one giving the communication to someone else, Capricorn, try and hold back from mentioning anything related to emotions, if you will. Okay. But like I said, 9 and 9 meaning some form of completion or wrap up in your past. And it could be just working in that same medium and wanting to advance to something a little bit more your speed. Okay, maybe you learned everything that you could learn within this position or within this connection, if you will, and have now, or well, in the past, realized what your value was, felt accomplished, and ready for the next phase of your life. Okay, that's past energy. Okay, now let's get into this future energy of this Temperance with the Queen of Emotions. Okay, Queen of Emotions, I think, comes up a lot whenever I do these readings. Okay, Queen of Emotions is Queen of Cups. Okay, with change comes maturity. Okay, and so maturity comes with new responsibilities. Okay, you're gonna have to take your emotions out of things, Capricorn. If you find yourself getting into that phase, start recentering yourself. Okay, and remembering how hard you worked to get to this particular place. Okay, and as the saying goes, too much is given, much is required. Okay, so try to be this Queen of Emotions, understanding what's required of you, understanding what you did to get here. Okay, and be able to be flexible and compromise. Okay, is what I am feeling the most when I see this Temperance. Okay, so let's see what is clarifying this King of Pentacles. We have the Muse of Emotions, which is the Muse of Cups. King of Wands is up underneath the King of Pentacles. So you got a lot of kings here, okay? And I'm going to turn this way so you can see. But the Muse of Emotions, there's this kind of, they're drinking from cups, okay? And I feel like it's just the dream or imagination of pretty much being fulfilled in a way, on an emotional standpoint. Okay, just filling yourself, okay, of as much self-care as possible, staying hydrated. Okay, I know that's like a sidebar, but Cups is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, you could have that in your chart or have those energies around you, but you don't have to be. Okay, but really just wanting to be fulfilled in the sense of, with this King of Pentacles being here, satisfied possibly financially, status quo, if you will. Okay, try not to get so wrapped up in titles, okay, because that can kind of be humble. Okay, don't get too high on your horse, okay, because again, you got to crawl before you walk. Okay, what's being provided to you is not going to be easy. Okay, unless you're someone who can take challenges and work them out. Okay, where nothing really challenges you, but anything can be challenging to anyone at any given point in time. Just depends on the situation. Okay, but nonetheless, I just feel like you're going to be needing to do that as far as keeping yourself thirsty for knowledge, okay, in order for you to keep this bag, okay, which may require you to lean on other people to give you suggestions, and again, compromise, okay, because even with you having this bag, you still got work to do, okay, with the King of Wands up underneath, okay, which is physical and labor intensive, okay. So you're not going to be able to just kick your feet up and think you can just, get a check and not do much. Not saying that you will, but some people do, okay? So you will have to produce regardless, okay? You talked a good game, you get the bag. Up underneath that, you still got to do the work, okay? Because you still will have to prove that you are still the best for that position, because what is easily given can be taken away. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into your heart oracle so we can see what the outcome, what's to come, or the final decision. Okay. Now, for some of you, this has not transpired yet. Okay. I do not put time frames on anything, as it is up to you and how you move, up to you seeing this reading or what you take from it. Okay. So if you're working towards a promotion, make sure you know what you're working towards. Okay. New skills, things of that nature, or just stability. Okay. Which is nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you still got to produce. Okay. So we have moving on. Okay. Moving on. Number 8. Okay. 8, when turned sideways, is infinity symbol. Okay. On top of that, 8 is talking about finding that balance in your life. Okay. And so if you are job searching, or if it's relationships or connections that seem to have faded away, okay, then it is, you got what you needed out of it, and it's time to move forward. Okay. So let's get into the book, which is on page 111. Okay. Talking about following that intuition. Okay. So like I said, for some of you, it could be that person, like I said, that didn't get chosen, but you did. Okay. Be mindful of how much you involve them in the project or what suggestions you take from them. Make sure you listen in their entirety about what they're saying or suggesting, and make sure you look at all the possibilities before you take on that offering that they're giving to you. Okay. Just be mindful. Okay. Not skeptical. And I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying be mindful. Okay. So, and you do have embrace underneath. Okay. Now, keywords for moving on is change, cycle, stagnation, and authenticity. Okay. Change is a necessary part of the natural world. This is also true of relationships. As a person evolves, so must a relationship, or it will stagnate. This card is a reminder to examine your current relationships to see if they still feed your soul and help you grow. Are you staying in a relationship because it seems okay and there's no real reason to end it, but you feel like something is missing? Do your relationships have substance and bring you joy? Are you able to be your authentic self in your relationships? This card suggests that it may be time to walk away in some respect. This can be an actual ending of a relationship or simply taking a break to soul search. This is your time. Give yourself the space and permission to determine what you need and what you want, and then decide if it can be found in the current relationship as it exists now. If not, it may be that important time to make some essential changes. Okay, I spoke about 5 balls being in this temperance card and change occurring. Okay, you're maturing, Capricorn. Don't fight it. Okay. For me personally, I don't like always being the smartest one in the room. I don't like being the main responsible one that everybody wants to rely on in my circles. Okay, I like being able to bounce ideas off of other people. It's okay to have people that agree to disagree, and that's fine. Okay, but you're obviously seeing that you want something else for yourself. Do not feel guilty that you want more out of life and out of the connections that you have. Okay, whether that be a job that's more challenging, or friendships or connections that are more about growing mentally and emotionally. Okay, There's nothing wrong with that. Embrace the change, okay? Thus, the reason why Embrace is under this moving on, okay? And also kind of look at the Tap Into Your Souls again for some placement readings, okay? Because we talk about that in the Tap Into Your Soul readings about being authentic and not having to be someone else to satisfy a connection, okay? Because that can get exhausting, okay? When you're constantly just keeping up with people in a certain persona just to keep peace, okay? Or because you don't want to be judged by other people. You should be able to be who you are around anyone, and you shouldn't have to be different for anyone, or dumb yourself down to fit in with other people, okay? And I hate to put in that phrase, but that's, what came to mind, okay? So, with that being said, we're going to go now into the power of surrender. One more shuffle, which is just a final message of support and advice. And we're going directly to the bottom of the deck after we do this cut here, okay? So, Capricorns, you guys have surrender stress. Surrender stress. New energy alert, because I believe this is the first time this card has came out, okay? Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tensions you've built up in your body, okay, Capricorn? Let the stress go as you come back to your center, okay? Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center, okay? I want you to remember this Queen of Emotions because I feel like this belongs right with this, okay? Don't let yourself get stressed out due to the changes that are happening in your life, okay? I've been there, done that. Had to make my own sacrifices, okay? Getting into spirituality a little bit more, which I was already, kind of in it. I had to make sacrifices. And distance myself from people that I no longer felt like resonated with my morals and values. Still wish them all the best, but this is where I am now. And if people can't accept it, then so be it. That's on them. They have their right to their opinion. And same goes with anything else. For me personally, if we can't have the same morals or values, or thoughts in the sense of evolving as a person, then we are not going to mesh well, okay? And that's just me. I don't like my morals or values being, challenged, okay? And like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but just saying, this may be where you are right now, Capricorn, having to make that sacrifice, okay? It's for your better good. Okay, that's what you need to think of the most. All right, so Capricorns, this is all that I have for you guys. Again, I will see y'all next time for your next readings. So until then, check out the playlist on my channel for a couple of other readings. Like I said, if you're really focused on love right now, it could be the All My Love readings that could help you out, okay? Along with dream catchers and the Tap Into Your Souls, okay? So until then, peace.